Happening now, a modern and feminist take on a classic crime-fighting duo has taken over Portland center stage.
Performances for Ms. Holmes and Ms. Watson, Apartment 2B, are underway right now. It is a show full of twists, turns, and lots of laughs. Joining us live with a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of the show is director Marissa Wolf. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for joining us. I was so lucky to get to see this show over the weekend. I loved it. So bravo to you and the cast, I have to say. For anyone who hasn't had a chance to check it out, tell us about Ms. Holmes and Ms. Watson.
Yeah, so this is a fantastic play in the US Bank main stage at Portland Center Stage. It's really, it's for everyone. If you love a mystery, if you love a cozy mystery, if you love anything to do with the Sherlock universe, if you love a female buddy comedy, this show is for you. Kate Hamill has created an incredible script that centers Holmes and Watson as two women. And so they get all the fun. You know, they're going after all kinds of mysteries. They have lots of fight scenes and lots of spoofy, silly, campy sort of moments of blood and feathers and running and climbing, and lots of falls and silliness ensues. And the writing is just like smart and funny. And it's a beautiful way to lift your January, I think.
Oh, that's so fun. And of course, I mean, Emily and I were both theater nerds. This is something we appreciate deeply.
We love it.
And of course, part of the fun is the sets, the props. Tell us about your guys' show. Apparently, it's one of the biggest prop shows your prop master has worked on.
That's right. That's a great point. So we have a gorgeous set designed by Carrie Wong out of Seattle that's got lots of doors. It's got a secret door. You have to wait and see when it's used. It's got a ladder climbing up to a second level. And then it's got just an incredible approach to props and set design, the design of all of the details. Jamie Tate works at Portland Center Stage. He designed the props. And so basically, it's a cross between like a 19th century curio shop and a contemporary, like gross, dingy, like bachelor pad college dorm. So it's a sort of wonderful mess. And there's so many details in the set. Everything from actual taxidermied objects to strange sort of like, you know, mac and cheese boxes and all kinds of, I mean, really you could spend the whole play just drinking in the beautiful design.
Yeah, I was trying not to, you know, I was like, I got to focus on like what's happening and the action and the dialogue, because it's so clever and it's moving fast, but then I would want to stop and look at all the
beautiful disaster that surrounds it.
Yeah, then I wanted to stop and look at everything.
Well said.
I let my eyes wander during intermission. It was good for that. So, you know, it's one of the things that I love about Portland Center Stage. If people haven't been to a show, Portland Center Stage over at the Armory, I mean, not only do you get to usually be up a little bit closer to the performers and really get a sense of what's happening on stage, but as an organization, PCS works so hard to make theater so accessible to anyone. So tell us a little bit about just some of the other nights that you have coming up here for this show, and just ways that people can really get in and see some cool performances.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, accessibility is so important because we're the biggest theater in this region and the second largest theater in the state. And we want Portland Center Stage to be a place where all people in our community feel they belong, that it's their theater, right? And that you're going to see yourself on stage when you come. And so there's such a range of opportunities for people to check out shows. One is that on every show, we always have a pay what you wish night. And so, you know, if you want to come and pay $5, because that's the right price point for you, you can come on that night. We also always have opportunities for the Oregon Trail card. So if you're on SNAP or EBT, you can come and pay also $5. We start our ticket prices at $25 and they go up to about $100. But you have to snap up those $25 tickets fast. We also have a fantastic thing that we've launched this year called the People's Party BIPOC Affinity Nights. So that's coming up in a couple weeks, where communities of color are welcomed to the theater in a really special way. And so there's lots of opportunities to check this out now and other shows in the future.
Yeah, it's just that so many great programs, and just the stuff that is on stage is so entertaining. I love every show that I go to check out. So. Yeah.
Thank God live theater's back.
I know. And I'm hoping people will come check this one out. Marissa, thank you so much for joining us. Great to talk with you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And if you didn't have a chance to check it out on opening weekend, don't worry. Performances from Ms. Holmes and Ms. Watson, Apartment 2B, happening now through February 12th. For tickets and more about the BIPOC Affinity Night, the Pay What You Will nights, everything that was mentioned, you can go to pcs.org.